Hello friends, hope you are all doing well. Our today's topic is client server architecture, which is my fourth lecture of the playlist Introduction to ERP, SAP and HANA. What is client? Client is a piece of software that runs on a device, and that device can be of desktop, laptop or mobile. And this gives the user access to a server. And here the user can be of end user or customer or the person who operates on it. In the image you can see there is a laptop and mobile and desktop, and these three comes under client. What is server? Server is a piece of software that runs on a device and makes services available to other devices through the means of internet. It offers web pages as requested by the user via client. In the image you can see there are three clients connected through the means of internet to a web server. The client requests the data by sending request to the server, and the server provides the data back to the client as a response. If you see in this image, the end user or a customer will be requesting data via client, and server will be providing the data to the end user via client. So client acts as a mediator between end user and the server. Let's see the differences between client and server. Client plays front-end role where end user will be working on it. Server plays the back-end role as it manages the data. It sends requests to the server upon the requirement from the customer. It receives customer requests, handles them, and provides the data to the user via client. Client delivers the data which is requested by the customer, and in case of server, it stores, manages, and retrieves the data. As client take the help of server to get the required data, and it consumes the services offered by the server, so it is called consumer of the services. And when it comes to server, as server provides the data requested by the client, it is called producer of the services. In case of client, at a time, only one user can request the data from the same device. I will explain this with one simple example with a concept of three friends and one device, which is mobile. So, there are three friends who have given an exam of MSET and their results are out now. They want to check their results. In that case, consider only one device is there, that is only mobile. So only one of the three friends can log in the mobile and check the results, right? If one finishes checking his results, he will pass it to another friend to check the results. So it supports the login of only single users at a time. And when it comes to server, it supports multiple users login. Consider the previous example itself, but this time there are three friends having their own mobiles. So three friends, three mobiles are there. They want to check their results. So this time all the three friends may open different web browsers like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge and Safari in their own mobiles and can access different websites like mset.gov.in, manabadi.com and results.in. No matter with whatever web browser they are browsing, whatever website they are searching for, ultimately they will get the result data from the same internet web server itself, because all the MSET related exam results will be stored in one server. That one server can be of database server, web server or file server. So many websites are linked to same web server and data can be downloaded from that web server through various websites. This is how it supports multiple users login, because multiple clients can send requests to the same server. Here client is responsible for knowing which data is sent, and it should remember all the requests sent by it. In case of server, it need not remember or recall the previous request after sending every response which is requested by the customer. So it has no part in data storage and data manipulation. It takes part only in data presentation as requested by the customer or the end user. And here in server, it has no part in data presentation, only it stores, manages and retrieve the data. And this concept we call it as stateless. And some of the examples of client are hardware devices like laptops, desktops, mobiles, web browsers like Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, Safari, etc., and GUI, which stands for graphical user interface like SAP GUI, where SAP users will be working on it, and front-end applications like Fiori app, migrate your data as for HANA migration cockpit. This is the application which is used for transformation or migration from ECC to S4 HANA. And some of the examples of servers are like web servers, database servers, and file servers. What is web server? Web server stores and delivers the requested information from or to the customers via client through web pages with the means of internet. So in the picture, you can see the browser is requesting for the data and the web server will respond and sends the data to the browser. So in this picture, web browser will request to the web server for the data and the web server will provide the data through web pages. We have seen one new term called web pages, right? What does actually web pages mean? We have already seen the example of EAMCET exam results, right? Let's consider the familiar website called manabadi.com. So if you try to access the website called manabadi.com, here we can see not only the EAMCET results, but also other results like 10th, inter. Each of them can be accessed through hyperlinks provided. So for each result, each web page will open of the same website. So this is the new web page of the same website manabadi.com. And if you try to access the another hyperlink, it opened another web page of the same website. Similarly, whatever the hyperlinks available here can be opened as a new web page for the same website itself. So a set of related web pages is called a website. And this website get downloaded with required information from the web server. So this is the difference between web server, website, and web pages. Let's go through some key points so far we have learned. A client is a hardware or software program that requests data from the server via devices. And the server is the one which provides the data which is requested by the customer via client. And web server stores and delivers the requested information from customers through web pages with the means of internet. In this example, a client sends a request to the server and server will search for it in the database and it sends the response to the client itself. So here client request for the web page and server will give the required information with web page to the client. Thank you, friends. Hope you have learned something new in this session. Our next topic will be on storage type of database tables in SAP HANA. Until then, keep learning and share the knowledge. Thank you once again. Jai Hind.